Hey everyone, Double J here. So not sure if anyone here pays attention to a game called Subnautica, specifically Subnautica Below Zero, but maybe not. This refers to both the games. Um, for anyone who isn't aware, Subnautica Below Zero is currently in its, I think it's just open beta. I'm not even sure if it's open beta. It's a few people are playing it right now, but it's like really in the early access kind of stuff. So it's got a long way to go, and it's not even done with like a section of the story yet. So basically, today I'm going to be talking about a theory I have, and I don't have much evidence to support this, but it's a really interesting theory that stems from the first game, which is just Subnautica, and that is based on some of the stuff from the wiki I found, as well as a video I just saw. That's why I looked at the wiki, because I saw some stuff in the video that referred to the wiki. But anyways, as well as some of the things I've noticed from Subnautica Below Zero. The theory is basically it doesn't really have much effect on the actual story itself. But if you look at the original game, it states that the Precursors, which are an alien race that's ancient and very tall, around 7 to 8 feet average tall, as well as they can live a long time. They are basically, they put it upon themselves to find a cure to a virus that has been killing off their species. So they go from planet to planet looking for a cure. Then they stumble upon planet 4546b, I think it was called, which is the planet that you play on in Subnautica. And Subnautica Below Zero, but that's not the point. Basically, they do everything they can to find a cure, but they inevitably fail. However, they do come across a cure, but it's not a permanent cure due to the Sea Emperor Leviathan being too old to produce a decent, a decent form of the enzyme 42, which is, if you don't know, is the enzyme that cures you in the end of Subnautica. However, Sea Emperor Leviathans normally can produce this enzyme, and it will cure the virus. However, the Sea Emperor Leviathan that they are able to basically put in the facility and monitor is too old to produce a correct one, so it only is a temporary cure. It doesn't work permanently. But they also have 7 eggs, which they cannot have hatch. They can't figure out how to make the eggs hatch, and even though the Sea Emperor Leviathan is able to... I think I just saw some lightning. Even though the Sea Emperor Leviathan is able to speak to the main character, I think it's Riley. Yep, that's thunder. Ooh, yikes. Even though she's able to speak to the main character you play as, she's not able to speak to the Precursors due to them not being able to hear her. And she tries to inform them that the eggs have to hatch over time. They have to hatch when they're ready. But instead, the Precursors take it upon themselves to cut open an egg, therefore killing the fetus inside. So it fails. So it overall just fails. And over time, they are not able to make the eggs hatch, so they take a last little resort to upload their own consciousness into a data hive, or data storage thing. Basically, it makes it so that their consciousness is now inside of a robotic husk, per se, or an object. However, according to the wiki, there's only one known case of this. And it doesn't state where on the planet that this precursor was, or where they uploaded themselves to. But my theory is that the AI from Subnautica Below Zero is the same one mentioned in these articles. The good old AI Alan. And there's a reason for this. According to the wiki, there's a reason why I think this, at least. According to the wiki, Alan is only 96 years old, which for their race is very young. It's regarded as a young age. Or not Alan, but the precursor that uploaded his consciousness into an AI or a data hive basically was very young. At the age of 96, for us, it's old, very old, like it's end of the lifespan, like a miracle if you get there. But at the same time, for them, it's like child. Um, and if you look at how Alan responds to whatever her name is in Subnautica here, I don't remember the main character's name. Um, he almost acts like a child. Like he's afraid, and so he makes up bluffs like a kid would, saying that he can blow up the whole planet, or the whole solar system, or the whole system if he wanted to. It's a bluff. A kid would go, "Well, I can blow up this whole place if I wanted to." You know what I mean? That's something a kid would say if he's afraid and trying to get you to leave. It's not very efficient, but you know how that goes. That's what a bluff is. Um, Also, he tends to not really think of things ahead of time. He has all these different things that he does to progress the story so that your sister up in the Vesper, which is a space station that's monitoring you at all times, so he makes sure that he's not found out, that he's not inside of the main character's head. So basically, he kind of messes with some of the evidence that they request because they're worried about you or they see differences in your signs. And it's interesting because he doesn't speak of it until after something comes up, and he tries to like say, "Oh well, this can't happen," and he's like, "Oh yeah, I can do this for you." Doesn't explain anything else after that. That's kind of what a kid would do. If you look at a kid and they go, "Well, I can do this," that's all they're really going to say. They're not going to like keep going on. At least the kids I know. um, so his personality is a lot like a child. Not to mention, he's very demanding. He demands that you put him back into back into the place where he was originally, his original vessel. And he keeps demanding it, even though he knows you can't do it. Like that's what a child would do. They demand it to be like, "No, I want to do it. Go back." Temper tantrum. That's just how children are. But that's a huge piece of evidence, and I doubt anyone else would like realize that right away. But honestly, I noticed that right away because I know how kids act. I work with kids a lot in my past jobs, and it's something that, believe it or not, I act like a kid myself. But I thought this theory was really interesting, and I don't know if it's accurate or not. But so far, everything looks like it matched perfectly. Now, I don't know if that's going to be mentioned in the story at all. It's just a theory. I'm not sure if it's ever going to be confirmed. But personally, that's what I actually believe it very much be true. And I doubt it's wrong. But we'll see. And like I said, there's not a lot of evidence to this. But still, just from what I've seen in Subnautica Below Zero, he acts like a child. And the wiki specifically states that a child precursor, or young precursor, was uploaded into a data hive because he was infected with the coronavirus. And he's the only known case of that. So that's why I think this is how it worked out. Anyways, ending this video here. Believe it or not, I gotta go start my stream in a couple minutes. Even though it's raining, probably. If you guys don't know what my stream is, just wait. It'll be coming up. Or it probably already happened, actually, because I won't upload this till later. But anyways, have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye. I'll see you next time. Just kidding, you'll see me because videos are one-sided. Bye-bye.